A few years ago, I made the initial video on some patterns used when you want to ask a favor. And that you'll find in the YouTube video to the right of where you found this particular video. And this PDF is an expansion of those patterns that I found. I found a couple of other patterns which are very similar, which are used in conversation, which I wanted to draw your attention to. So when you ask a favor, initially in the beginning, I referenced these 4 patterns. Please, could you please, would you mind, make sure to. However, since then, I've found that there are some other variations that can be used, which are used a great deal in conversation. They're a bit longer, but here's where one of them is. Please check and see whether he went. Please check to see if he went. If and whether are interchangeable. To and are interchangeable. So please check to see whether he went. Please check to see if he went. They're the same. A shorter form, please go and see whether he bought it. Once again, and to, if and whether are interchangeable. You can always drop the please if you, although it is more polite to use. So if we go down, you'll see here there's 3 asterisks. To the 3rd asterisk. A very, very short form of this pattern is that you simply drop please check or please go and see. And it comes like this. See whether he came. See if he took it. Check whether they'll come. Check if it will fit. This is the short form of this commonly used pattern. So what I suggest is, as you become familiar, all new students use these patterns. Expand the number of patterns you use so that you can become more natural speaking English. Plus you can begin to hear it more when other people are using it and feel comfortable with it. So this is one new one that I added. Plus, another thing that I've become aware of is that in the negative of this pattern, for emphasis, now this is emphasis, you will find the use of ever, 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 never, and never, ever. These are used for emphasis not to do something. Ever and ever, ever are always used after don't. So here's the patterns. Don't ever do that. Don't you ever talk to me like that. Don't ever, ever come back here again. Don't you ever, ever smoke. Never say that to me. Never, ever bring that into the house. These are used for emphasis. They're always used with the negative. Ever, 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 never, and never, ever. Here are a few examples of this. A lot of times you'll hear this from a parent to a child. You know, don't ever lie. Never do that again. So it is a form of asking a favor, but it's a great deal of emphasis, very strong. So I wanted to add this to show you that there's a couple other ways that you can ask for favors. And once again, this is a new one I added, along with ever, 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 never, and never, ever. Thank you.